Gav here in Wood. So today I wanted to work with you on this question of how do you enable your full potential? How do you step into your full potential? What's holding you back from your full potential? And this is very much to do with the art of presencing. And and I've been working on these zodiac meditations. So today I was working a bit with Taurus, because we're still 21st, kind of right on the lip of Taurus and Gemini. And yeah, so I wanted to add that in as well. And I'll just show you where I am at the moment so you can get grounded and present with me. So I'm in this wonderful birchwood. Show you the canopy up there. I always remember listening to this radio program years ago, connected to do with the people in Russia that live in birchwoods. And apparently the gas that the birch gives off, I think it's in the evening, is really therapeutic. And these people had lower blood pressure and greater health and everything just from living in a birchwood. The reason I'm saying that is because birch is ruled by Venus, has that quality to it. Venus quality, beauty and truth. It's a pioneer, comes in first. And Taurus is very much connected to Venus. So Venus rules Taurus, and it rules Libra, the scales. And both of them are aspects of balancing. So today I wanted to start off with these great little meditations. I highly recommend them, given by Steiner, connected to the zodiac signs. So today, Taurus's one is equilibrium, which is balance. Equilibrium becomes progress. This is like fantastic, because it just totally connects with this quality of we're in Scotland in Fife at the moment, and we're in a wood. Well, this is a bit of birchwood, but it's actually Forestry Commission wood, and it's got a wee bit of regen birch in it. Yeah, so that's where we are. Yeah, and I wanted to share with you this thought of, so we're working on this question of how do you enable your full potential? So you can post in the comments to say what your first thoughts are connected to that. And one thing I was thinking about it is it's very much connected to presencing, to being your full self in this moment. And if you look around here, you look at this whole channel is about nature wisdom, is about connecting with the book of nature, kind of like a living gospel. And the idea is to connect in with it and learn to read these truths so you can take them back and help yourself. This is what I've been studying and doing for years, so that's where it all comes from. Presence and being your full potential. So, what do you reckon is stopping you from becoming your full potential? If I go back to myself and the work I've been doing on an inward level, and one of the things is self-trust. So um, when I was, well, even now, very much dyslexic, so I really struggled a lot when I was at school. And this whole process, in my day, there was no such thing as dyslexia, so you're basically labelled as being stupid or not quite fully there. And that's kind of been the canopy of my self-development process over the years, is enabling this quality of self-trust. And there's so many things that stop us from actually relaxing into that. I think one of the main things is a materialistic mindset. So not believing that us as human beings are actually made in the image of, I'm going to use the God word. So uh, don't react to it, because you could, you could say high sacredness of the human or whatever. But it's basically connecting with that quality of God within yourself. I'll just show you the scene again because it's changing all the time. The light quality is changing. I'm not sure how much phone battery I've got left, so I need to get to the point of embracing your full potential. So basically at this time of year, if you look at the plants, this is a bracken here, you can see how vibrant it is. See how vibrant. It's really budding with life force. Even under the trees, where normally it's not getting as much light, so if it's not as vibrant. There's another bit. That feels amazing, by the way. So soft. You can see the water on it. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is that this kind of vibrance in nature, this kind of radiating quality, I'll just show you something else over here. Radiating life force. Here we go. These are the buds on the citrus spruce, the new ones. You can just see the colour difference and everything. You can actually eat them. They're delicious. Quite tangy. You can see it in the round as well. So all these plants, they have embodied trust in themselves. They're fully who they want to be, as it were. they're embodied. And that's what's wonderful about them. One of the things that's wonderful. There's many things wonderful about them, but that's just one of them. That embodied trust. So that's one of the reasons I would say that when you come out in nature and you learn to read this book, as it were, the gospel of natural truth, it awakens in you this recognition that why aren't you living your full potential? Post in the comments to say why you think you're not. Be interesting to see. The first thing that pops into your head, why you think you're not living your full potential. And quite often if you connect with your body, like if I connect with my body now, as I'm doing, I can feel the tension from, and I notice it when I come into nature. When I come into nature, because you get that kind of, I get that kind of quality of freeing, and you notice the tension more that you're carrying in your body, because it's the disallowance in the muscle, because the body doesn't lie. So that's part of the reason that at this time of year, when you come out into nature, you can connect with the real timing. And I would call this the secret of joyful, light-filled structure. The secret of joy-filled, light-filled structure. Because nature has this quality. Look at that rowan leaf in the light there. It has that quality of natural, radiant truth. Here we go. Here's a. See if you recognise this one here. You recognise that? They're also very delicious to eat. They're just on the edge of getting overripe. Does anybody recognise what they are? That's connected to Saturn, that tree. And it's so it's Saturday, and it's beach. Yeah, it's great. It's just on the edge of being a wee bit too. They're really good when they first come out, but they're just on the edge of getting a bit too chewy. So yeah, what I wanted to, I need to kind of round up now. So Taurus, what we've got so far is the question: becoming your full potential. What's stopping you, right? And how to work with this book of nature so you can release what's stopping you. How do you think you do that? There's a couple of things you can do. You can just come out, put your phone away. You can take a notebook with you and create a sit spot, and that involves walking until you find a place that really appeals to your intuition. This bit here is quite nice. The problem is it's quite near a path. It's better if it's a bit more secluded, but some people can even even work on a bench if you're in a city, in a park. You just go and sit in that spot and connect. And each time you go there, you connect. It's not so easy in a city because you can get distracted quite easily. And the animals are, and the birds are very much distracted. And you just notice things. You just observe. Notice yourself first of all. So when you go in, just breathe and then notice yourself and then relax into that. Notice any tension. You can even verbalize it or write it down and just allow it. Don't judge. And yeah, just totally allow it. And then you can connect with the environment more. As soon as you do that, you begin to notice that you could just connect with your environment really and see things more clearly actually. And then you just go into the observation process, what you notice. Like the certain birds here just now. You notice the different sounds. Don't give yourself a hard time for not knowing them. And in that way, because it's not about judgment, it's about being in that space. So you're letting this book of nature awaken the truth so you can see the difference between where you're at and your potential. And that's the secret, is reading the book of nature in a way that awakens within yourself this kind of recognition of the truth. And it's wonderful because it's like, you know that feeling when you first fall in love and the things look different, everything looks amazing. You can just connect with that space and begin to focus on bringing yourself into a space where you can take that back when you go back into normal life. That is that is the whole crux of the thing, is how you take it back to your people, what you've learned from being in the book of nature, because you're going to get thrown off and you're going to go, it didn't work, and then you'll start to go, what was the point in that, and self-doubt will creep in, and then you'll probably not go back for a while because you think, I got wet, or I got midges, or there's a few midges about here actually. I feel them biting the back of my head. Yeah, the midges are quite bad in Scotland. But there's kind of like garden midges here because we're not quite totally high up north. We're actually in Fife. Yeah, I'm Scottish. Anyway, it's great that you guys are here with me, and I remember to like and subscribe and help my channel. And yeah, if you could post in the comments what you think is stopping you from connecting with your full potential. That'd be fantastic. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. And I'm going to leave a wee link in the description. So if you fancy joining a webinar on this subject of working through the months, the zodiac signs, as a way of self-development. It's a fantastic process because it really does connect the whole aspect of the heavens with the earth. It's great to have that combination, so it's an expansion and right into the living earth. So I'll leave you with that thought, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll just show you where I am again because I've kind of changed position of it so you can see where I am. So there's a wee stream running down there. You can see that's birch, and then there's I think that's a citrus spruce. They've just kind of left them to self-seed. And there's also rowan in there. And that one's more kind of the citrus spruce. Right, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me in this one. Bye just now.